Hi guys, so I am gonna talk you through Instagram and Facebook stories. So unless you literally have not been on social media for the past year, you have definitely seen or posted an Instagram or Facebook story, and that is for sure. So Instagram stories, in my opinion, are like giving your followers backstage access to your life. Like the feed is all good and everything. Obviously you have all these cute pictures and smiling faces and what you actually want to share with people forever, right? Whereas your stories, they're only available for 24 hours, which means it's a really great place to start developing like skills, your confidence, talking on camera, playing with like, I don't know, different effects, all kinds of stuff you can do on your stories because again, it's only there for 24 hours. So why the hell not? So as well as giving people backstage access to your life, you're also probably going to be sharing along with that, like hand in hand, is your personal development and kind of showing people how you're leveling up through your life, how your business is changing you, and yeah, just kind of like the journey that you're on. And they will see that more so through your stories because your posts, like, yes, you'll share things about like your journey, your personal development, and all the rest of it, but your stories is where they will actually see the changes within you and how you show up and how you speak. So stories are super important. If you haven't already got that, then they definitely are. And not too long ago, within the 6 weeks to success, Tom would have helped you connect your Instagram and your Facebook. So what that also means is that you can do cross-platform stories with literally one click of a button. So my advice is always to upload your story to Instagram and to create it on Instagram and then to share it to Facebook as well. So I'll quickly show you guys how to do that, and yeah, we'll get all that covered. Okay then, so where do you actually find stories? The easiest route for me is just to head on over to the home section and then swipe across, and here we go, we have stories. Hi. So obviously you can go ahead and you can record at this point, you can flip the camera around. Hi guys. And if you wanted to record a video, you just hold down the white button just here. So hi guys, just recording this video as I'm uploading a training session on how to do Instagram stories. So there we go, you've just recorded your very first Instagram story and it's a video, you're talking. So here are some little tips and tricks and hacks for you. Firstly, always clean your cameras, whether you are doing a selfie or whether you're just showing people around your space what you're up to for the day. If you're having a coffee and you want to share your coffee, absolutely, a chai latte if I'm with you, I'll take one. So if you are using front or back cameras, just give them a clean over, like literally with your sleeve is perfect, just to make sure that that camera is nice and clear and that what your followers are seeing is nice and clear. Okay, so I would always recommend adding captions onto your story. There are so many people that would see this story and would just skip by because they're busy, they're with friends, they're at work, they haven't got earphones with them, they don't want to play it out loud on public transport, whatever it is. Some people might not watch the story, they won't listen to it, right? So we need to give them a way of listening to it without actually listening, and that is where your captions come in. So you can just go ahead and click on your screen and it will bring up the text, or you can click the A at the top and you have different options. So hey guys, let's go ahead and take that off. There we go. So I'm not going to put any emojis on right now. So you can use this little slider at the side to make it bigger or smaller. And then we can also slide through these text options and make them bigger or smaller as well. So all the different text options, honestly, just pick what is your favorite, what feels the best for you, and go with that. So let's move forward with this one today. Okay, cool. And then there's a few options at the top, so you can click the color wheel and you can change the color of your text. So you can make it whatever color you want to. You can also add an effect to your text. So depending on the text type, the effects are slightly different. And you can also switch the colors around, add backgrounds and all kinds of things with this button here. So have a play and see what feels right for you and what works best. So we're going to go ahead and pop that there. And again, people will read that now and they'll be like, oh, okay then. Also, I've just seen an extra G. Let's get rid of that. So the other options that you have, and what I would recommend, is you can add little GIFs or GIFs, whatever you call them. So we're going to put like a laughing face. Here we go. What should we share? Let's go with this little guy. He looks cute. I'll just pop him down here. And you can also, so what we have over here on our little list to get through is that you can also add hashtags, locations and tags to your stories. And I would definitely recommend doing this because it gives you external reach via your stories. So stories are naturally just for your followers, they're for people that are already existing on your account, whereas when you use hashtags, location and tagging others, they can appear in other locations and then therefore you will reach different people. So here's what we can do. You go ahead and you click the little sticker face at the top and you can add your location. So we are in Thailand right now, so let's go ahead and just put Thailand. You can change the color of this by just tapping on it and the size of it and where it is, just by moving it around with your two thumbs. I quite often will actually, what you can do is you can make them really small, and let's put it on his face for a moment and I'm going to share with you what we can do. We can go ahead and we can add hashtags. So hashtag training. And you can add whatever you want. I could have added hashtag Thailand, hashtag anything, right? So we're going to make that small as well. We're going to stick it on his face down there too. And then we can also tag people. So let's just tag my personal account for now, just because I don't want to tag anyone random and they're like, what the hell is this? We'll put that small down there over the smiley face for now as well. And then what we can do is you can actually hide them. So we're going to use this smiley face to hide these tags. So all you do is you click on the smiley face again and you will just put that over those tags. So they don't have to be really visible, they don't have to be massive on your post. If you do just want to hide them away, you absolutely can. For example as well, if you had a different style of text, you could hide them behind your text even. So often I will use this style of text and that's very easy to hide things behind. Very, very easy. So you can do that too. So for example, there we go, gone. How cool is that, hey? So you can absolutely do that. And then just a few little kind of edit hacks that I wanted to share with you guys, just in case you want to get a little bit more creative with your stories. You don't always have to use external features and platforms and editors to make your stories look cool and creative and different. You can use the app itself. So something that I will often do is I'll come onto where you can see where it says selfie and then there's a picture and you can kind of see me in the picture. You want to go ahead and click that, and then you want to go ahead and click on camera roll and pick the album that you want. I know that I want this Instagram story stuff, and this actually is a really cool process that really helps me just kind of have everything in one place. Makes sense, right? So I've got an album where things that I like to post on Instagram stories, they will get put into this album. And a lot of the time it's just backgrounds that I'll use quite often, different colours and random stuff. So let's go ahead and we will pick this one. And we're going to flip this on its side. Going to extend it a little bit. And let's drag it down to here. And then what we can do is we can click on the text again, bring that forward. And there we go, we've got like a nice little border. Let's bring that down a little bit, I think. Going on here. And you can use different elements, like even just the symbols on your phone. So we're going to use the dash here, and we're going to take the background off it by selecting the A at the top. And now we have just a white line. We're going to extend that a little bit, and we're going to pop that there. We're going to bring the text forward again, bring the face forward again, and there we go. This is just a cool little design hack that you can have a play with this. You can cover half the screen. You can add pictures of yourself if you wanted to. So let's go ahead and look at, here we go. Let's go ahead and select this. So we can select this one here. We can put the laptop on there. Let's move this guy for a bit. Pull that forward again. There we go. So we can put the laptop on there. And we can also draw on these. You could put, again guys, this is for you to get creative, right? So whatever you feels like you just want to have fun with it. You can do all kinds of things, like definitely explore this one here. Is kind of like a neon light situation. So you can add some of those on there. What else can we do? So you can also add music. The music it won't allow your voice and the music. So you can have one or the other. So if you're showing people around your workspace, if you're just out and about and your background music on it, for example. So there's so much that you can do. For me, it's a space to connect with people. It's a space to share your life, to give backstage access to things that are happening. And yeah, it's just a pretty cool environment to like develop your skills. When it's 24 hours, it disappears. You don't have to get too stressed out about it or anything. Okay, so that pretty much covers everything. The very last thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is encouraging engagement. So getting engagement through your stories is super important, and literally everybody wants to engage via stories. So there's a few ways that you can do this. We're going to go ahead and go back to the sticker face here, and we've got all these options again. So you can ask a question. We're talking about training here, so we could say, do you use IG for business? Question mark. And we can get people to interact, and we can place this again anywhere that we want to, as big or as small as we want to. We can also change the color of this. So if you just go ahead and click that color wheel, you can go through all the colors that you want or need that fit with your brand. So you can go ahead and you can ask a question. You can also, I'm going to go ahead and delete that just so I can show you some more. You can ask a poll. So you can do a poll on here, and again, you could do, let's just use the same question. Do you use IG for biz? And you can put like, yes. Not yet, maybe. Yes, not yet. And a worried face. Let's put a worried face there. Because he's like, oh, shit. And yes, let's give some dancing girls. Okay, cool. So you can add that. And we can pop that down here. Or literally anywhere. Again, that can go anywhere. Let's go ahead and delete that for a moment. And you can also use things like a quiz. So you can literally put anything here. Like what's your what's your fave platform? And you can pop like Facebook, Insta, LinkedIn, Twitter, and then you can get your followers to vote on there as well. So they will vote on here. And again, just a really cool way just to increase engagement, to stay connected with your followers. You can then share the results with them as well. So it just helps people feel like they're more a part of your world. So yeah, I definitely recommend, how many lilies do we need? I definitely recommend encouraging engagement in any way that you can, whether it's through questions, polls, whether it is through the quiz. And then finally, there's one last thing. Let's have a look at this one. So you can add this, like, yes. You can add any emoji for what's going on your story, in your life. You can even go ahead and select all kinds of stories. So we're going to use this one just for now. Oh, we don't want to delete it. That's how you delete things though, actually. You just pull down towards the bin. Let's pop that there. Okay, so mine's already all set up, so I can go ahead and I can select your stories below where it's got the little Facebook icon. But I'm going to take you through the arrow just so that you can be sure, in case that hasn't appeared for you yet, you can be sure it's going where you want it to go. So we're going to go ahead, click the arrow, and you're going to share to your story and Facebook story. So make sure that you go ahead and select that one. And there we go, all shared. We're going to press done. You can see that the story was just updating over there. Okay guys, and there it is. So you've just uploaded your very first story maybe, but if it wasn't your first story, I hope that you learned a few tips and tricks from this session. And if you did, tag me in your story, let me know that you learned something today. And also it gives you an excuse to post a story, right? So I hope that you enjoyed this session, and I will see you all soon. Take care guys.